Imagine driving a car that gives you the feeling of riding a sports bike, all at a lower cost and 1,000 pounds less than that of a supercar. What if I told you that you can build a cheaper car than your friend's Civic that can beat up on Porsches and still be street legal for the road? EXO Cars make this possible. In designing these exoskeleton cars, the main focus is on the power-to-weight ratio. These Frankenstein cars produce the performance of a supercar at almost 1% of their normal price. Yeah, you get to slay a lightweight performance version of a $1 million exotic car for just $15,000. The production of EXO Cars is a new movement in automotive history, and contrary to the usual practice where the best cars can only be purchased by the rich, the EXO Cars are available to all at an affordable price. So how does this work? Well, the EXO Car simply takes a cheap sports car like the Ford Focus ST, Mazda Miata, and Chevy Cobalt, removes the parts that are not required like doors, windows, back seats, and trunk for a lightweight stripped-down chassis. And there you have it. Your EXO Car is good to go. The inspiration for these exhilarating car designs can be traced to the Lotus 7. The electrifying result of these builders motivated over 160 different manufacturers to replicate their version of the Lotus 7. The Caterham 7, produced in 1973, is the first example of an EXO car to be made in history. This debut car was developed using the design of the Lotus 7, which was founded by Colin Chapman. Chapman had just one philosophy: simplify, then add lightness. Caterham took the philosophy of Lotus the extra mile to make its product. An improved version of the Caterham is the Ariel Atom. This is a standard for all modern EXO cars that exist today. The Atom Force Performance was created by Ariel Motor Company based in Crewkerne, Somerset, England, and there have been 8 Ariel Atom generations to date. The Atom 4 is the latest Atom that features a turbocharged 2.0-liter engine. You can see that it is used in the Honda Civic Type R with a 3-stage boost. What's even better is that the Ariel Atom features a prominently visible chassis and a drag coefficient of 0.40. When it comes to the weight, you can expect the EXO cars to weigh as little as 1,300 pounds after the addition of tubing and a roll cage. EXO cars are the closest that any car lover can get to the feeling of a sports bike. Just in case you have yet to drive an EXO car, the best way to describe it is a go-kart. The only difference, a kit car has been stripped of its entire body to form a custom tube frame chassis. The top priority here is lightness, and not aerodynamics or basic livability. Light cars have the advantage of speed. They tend to accelerate faster, brake quicker, and handle better. So what do you think about the idea of EXO cars? Want to build your own? The DB Goblin makes this easy. Goblin is a home-built kit car that simplifies the assembly process. An average build with Goblin weighs between 1,500 and 1,600 pounds. In addition to being lightweight, its mid-engine layout puts more weight at the rear, providing increased forward bite. You might have been wondering which car is going to serve as the donor car. The donor car for the Goblin is a Chevrolet Cobalt. The Chevrolet is the base for the parts that are provided in the kit. Most times, all you need to get your EXO car running is the donor car and the kit. Do you need any welding or fabrication skills to assemble a Goblin street car? The answer is no. You do not need welding or fabrication skills. This is a bolt-together kit that goes together better than some flat-pack furniture. There are pre-packaged bags labeled appropriately to make assembly easy and fun. Exomotive's EXOSET range is another neat way of getting your hands on a kit car. Here we have 3. The base model, which costs $7,999, the sport model, which is priced at $8,299, and then the race model, which goes for $8,999. But get this, Exomotives use Mazda Miata NA or NB chassis as donor cars, and they also function on many other points we will properly look into. So this car gets composite body panels, and they are all available in 188 colors. The cover for the gearbox and floor are built with laser cut protection too. Now looking at the rivets, flare nuts, self-tapping screws, and P-clips, you discover that building your own car is even more plausible than ever. Exomotive also sells complete EXO chassis and body panels to easily convert your Miata into a go-kart. To get the chassis, the pricing starts at $7,999 and ranges up to $8,999 with full roll cages. So how long can you expect to build your own street car? With some powder coating and freight shipping, expect several thousand more in cost and 4 good months with an average build time of over 100 hours. Now to the rules. Patience and a free schedule won't be optional, and not to mention you'll need special insurance and registration to even make the car legal to drive. Will your local law enforcement take notice of your go-kart on the street? No question. Other examples of EXO cars include the Duranda Type F. The Duranda Type F is an extreme performance, road-going, track day car. When former airline executive Andy Round wanted to create the ultimate performance car, he contracted Racing Designs Limited of Buckingham and sister company Fabrication Techniques Limited to design and build the Duranda Type F. Racing Designs boss Mark Taylor came up with an exoskeleton car featuring a space frame chassis with wishbone suspension at each corner and pushrod-operated coilover dampers. Audi's turbocharged 1.8-liter four-cylinder engine is behind the cockpit. But why? Weight distribution, which is essential in EXO cars. The engine also is made with Audi's 5-speed transaxle gearbox, taking weight distribution to a whole new level. We also have the KTM Expo, which is an ultralight sports car manufactured by Austrian automotive manufacturer KTM. Known for its rotational speed and axial movement in their motorcycles, the Expo became the first mass-produced car in its product range. Over the years, EXO cars have grown in popularity, especially because of the excitement of increased performance and handling, in addition to a couple of kit companies that have made the whole process easier. In most cases, you don't even need to have special skills before you can assemble an EXO car using the kits available to you. In the next few years, we should expect to see more EXO cars around. What do you think about the EXO cars? Have you ever built one for yourself? Do share your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching!